Hey guys, Andy here, and welcome to a little twine game called Autumn Leaves. I know it's been a while, and I know this is awkward uploading on a Monday, but my schedule has been so hectic I've not actually had a moment to record. It's about some Edith Finch later today. I'll be uploading the first part of what I live streamed, and then Wednesday will go up another episode of the following live stream. And if I get a chance, I'll be live streaming the rest later tonight or Tuesday, depends. Um, because I really did enjoy the game. I quite like live streaming it, but my friends weren't able to actually catch it. So I'm totally off topic now. Let's start the game. You cross the school grounds and make your way around the back of the science building, looking for the school gardens. You know them, technically, but you've never stepped foot there willingly. Plants are quite far down the coolness ladder. Sally's, Sadly, you haven't a choice, and today you're going to the school gardens for the first time. For detention. This sucks. Rounding the corner, you come to the gardens, a set of six raised beds, two greenhouses, and a rundown shed. You don't know a thing about gardening, but the place looks messy and overgrown. You can see orderly lines of plants in the beds, but they're surrounded by other plants, weeds you assume, competing with them for space, spilling out of the beds and onto the path between. A girl is crouched over the nearest bed of plants, facing away from you. Her uniform is deeply uncool, her skirt's too long, the blazer sleeves rolled up to the elbow, hair in a boring ponytail. The color of their tie says year 11, 1 year above yours. Sighing, you resign yourself to spending the afternoon with them. You cough and say, hi, I've been sent here. The girl turns to face you with a surprise, before standing up and smiling. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Autumn. You freeze for a moment. The voice sounds nothing like you'd expect. After a tiny moment, you realize it's a boy's voice. Trying not to show any surprise on your face, you reply, cool, I'm definitely not George. I'm fucking Andy. Ooh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Oh well. They just are at the bed in front of him. You look at it and have no idea what they want you to do with it. Everything looks the same to you. I don't know anything about gardening. That's okay, they say cheerily. I'm picking out mare's tail. Plants that look like this. They point to a plant that looks kind of frondy, with lots of little segments on the stem. You look around the bed and see dozens of them scattered about. To illustrate, Autumn pinches one by the base and pulls it out of the ground. Can you do that? Probably not. You crouch down on the opposite side of the bed, start searching for more mare's tail. Everywhere your eyes sweep, you seem to see a bit. A small one hiding behind another plant, a big one spreading out across several inches of soil. You start picking them out, glancing up at Autumn as you do. They're concentrating on the soil, smiling gently to themselves. You know it's rude to stare, to scrutinize someone you don't know, but you can't help it. So you try to think of something to say. Garden's pretty overgrown, huh? Autumn sighs and nods, looking up at you. They sniff and wipe their nose with their sleeve and say, I've been ill and there's so much work to do. You frown. You mean you do this on your own? They nod and you look around at the whole garden. It seems a lot for one person. It's not bad, Autumn says. It just takes a lot of time. You wonder how much help a single detention's worth of work from you is going to be. You've gathered a small bunch of the plants in your hand. The fronds keep trying to fall off and you have to pick up more. You ask Autumn where to put them and they gesture to the compost heap. To you, it just looks like a stack of plants rotting in the corner. After a couple of minutes weeding in silence, Autumn clears her throat. So what'd you do? Huh? You reply. They nod their head towards the school building. You're in detention, right? No one comes here on their own. You take a deep breath before speaking. Yeah, it's detention. I got into a fight. You know Charlie Hall, right? Autumn shakes her head and you shrug. Well, anyway, he was trying to pick on me with a few friends. Oh no, were you alright? The fight plays back in your head. Yeah, you lie. I only got in trouble because I fought back. Autumn sighs and pulls another plant out of the ground. I guess that's how it is, she says. You don't need to tell me you did the right thing. What was the fight like? Black eye, dirt in your mouth, cuts on your knuckles, a bottle of water poured over your head, bruises across your stomach, faggot echoing in your ears. Don't think about it. You know, no one's told me that yet. Autumn looks shocked. They take a moment to think of a reply, pulling weeds as you talk. You look for one to pull yourself, but you're struggling to concentrate on the plants in front of you. You shouldn't feel bad for fighting, Autumn says. It just carries on anyway. Somewhere behind their words, behind the glint in their eye, you can hear a similar experience. You start to pull the weeds angrily again. What if it doesn't make a difference, you say? No matter how many times I hit back, someone's still gonna call me a fag. The word tastes bitter on your tongue. I'm sorry, she replies. She says it so sincerely. The words deflate whatever anger you had building up, and you feel your stomach twist. She lets out the ground as she continues speaking. At least, if you hit back or you can feel like you're doing something instead of just having it done to you. And if it doesn't make a difference, you tried, Autumn says. Bullies get bored or grow up eventually. She looks up at you with the grimace, and you meet her eyes for a second before looking away. You resist the urge to challenge her, to say, "What do you know?" Because you don't need to ask. It's almost in a twisted way, kind of nice, being able to talk to someone who just gets it. You haven't had to clarify that. No, it's not being accused of being gay that gets to you, because you are gay. The insult stings more because it's accurate and you hate it. You haven't had to listen to a lecture about tolerance or turning the other cheek. And anyway, tolerance is meant to go two ways, so why should you give it if you don't get it? Your idea of giving what you get relies on your fist, however effective it might be. You haven't been taught that it's somehow your fault for just being, in a careful and non accusatory way. That's delicately not saying it's your fault for being gay. No, that you somehow made yourself a good target and that's why someone tries to spit on you. You try not to make it obvious when you wipe a tear off your cheek. Autumn's listen to you and not try to make it about them, whatever their deal is. You don't want to push it and ask, but you really want to know too. You don't want to be like a spectator, someone at the zoo learning about a new animal. You just want to find someone you can identify with, and in front of you, crouched over a bed of plants, might be that person. The bit inside you that tries to project, to understand you by understanding someone else. It cries out as you pull weeds. You want to ask Autumn about anything, everything, to hear her validate everything you're feeling and tell you it's right. Just as you're thinking about it, Autumn glances at the wrist and looks up. It's 4:30, she says. You can probably go. What? Your detention, she says. The hour's up already. You pull your phone out of your pocket to check, and she's right. You'd expected to be counting down the minutes, but now the time's come you feel conflicted. Are you sure there's still you gesture to all the weeds still left? Autumn spreads her hands wide and shreds. You've been a help, she says, and it's nice to talk, even if she trails off. You can guess what she means. The conversation itself wasn't about anything nice. You stand to go, fidgeting with your bag awkwardly. Are you staying late? You ask. Autumn shakes her head. I'm going to go home soon. They don't make an effort to stand or get ready to do so. You get the feeling they're waiting for you to leave first. Right. Okay. Well, you hesitate and try to find the right thing to say. Words and fragments bounce around your head, and a dozen questions you could ask, but you struggle to grasp anything that feels right. You just take a breath and let it out again. Autumn smiles at you kindly. Have a nice evening, Andy. Thanks, you say, and leave. The next day, after the school bell rings for the end of the day, you cross the school grounds and make your way around the back of the science building, heading for the school gardens. Crouched over a bed of plants, facing away from you, sleeves rolled up, Autumn's already there. You walk up and say hello. In the afternoons, for a while, you can forget about everything. Working quietly in the garden, hands in the soil, or watering plants, the two of you talk or just work comfortably next to each other. It's nice. Her presence reassures you. You're not quite the same, but you see something of yourself in her. The part of you that's hard to find in others. The little voice that struggles to be heard, that makes you question whether you imagined it. But it's here, working and breathing next to you, and it's here, living inside you. And that makes it a little easier to carry on. The end. Oh, that was quite cute. I liked it. That was cute. As for me, well, I was pretty open. I would think I came out to my friends right before I started high school. I didn't come out until my parents until sophomore year. And then it's just been downhill ever since. No, but at the time, my friends were really nice and supportive, and they were very not cool, but they were very casual, and it didn't matter to them because half of them turned out being fucking gay anyway. You know the saying, the gays stick together. Um, but yeah, ah, I miss gardening. Gardening was fun. I took gardening back in middle school. I love gardening. I fucking love plants and flowers. I've been meaning to play some games like that. I just haven't had the chance to sit down. Hell, it's like almost midnight and I'm fucking finally recording something for once. Um, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I don't have much to say. I'm pretty exhausted mentally, physically, but I quite like this. I love fucking toy games. I think they're amazing. I think it's nice and casual for me sometimes. As always, I will see you in the next video. Like I said, it's about more Edith Finch, some other cool shit on the way. Oh, and a very special thank you to Claire Ruben Meyer for designing the new art piece for me. I commissioned her over the weekend to do some new art for the YouTube banner channel. Banner channel for my YouTube channel. You can check it out. Link is in the About Me, and I will also be leaving a note. Oh, well, not a note. A link in this description. I'm fucking exhausted, you guys. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Bye for now.